Now so watch the concept here and a TikTok husband and the we at this red row for MPO shall go to two bro for Abasa and today na no sepen Jimmy Jimmy the John Mahama from first day almost started project we before the power or say we will raise money internally to do the big push. This guy called Suleiman Brahma, or say on the editor of Fourth Estate fake news platform. This guy Suleiman Brahma, one of the fakest people I've seen in Ghana. This guy, my story that okay, one fake guy on an Ghana, on the pay as you go no yeah. And you see, let me tell you something. Oh, Sakwawi. On Azuri in a started Fourth Estate, no. What's the DBBR? It is out of inferiority complex. Every time we be end this power, no, they want to prove something to account for. So even when there's no scandal, these foolish northern boys, they will try and create a scandal. Send a MPP for some journalists for system will sit there and say, that is what they do. And so yesterday, Azuri did the same when NDC they came to power in 2012 from 2012 to 2016. And then Okofa Sada, Azuri destroyed Sada or destroyed Northern people their lives. He's an enemy to the Northerners. This guy too is another Northerner. The NDC is back to power, and then he's forcing a scandal. Yes, sorry, or say, or was scandal. And you're saying a scandal and a day. The scandal and they say disregard for President's vow to prudence. Ministry awards 81 sole source contracts worth over 73 billion in 7 months. Yes, sorry, another 10 year or person impressor come for. It's a fake journalist. Ready. Yes, sorry, I'll say. I will scandal. It's a scandal. I didn't see or see I buy any big push, you know. I government, you know, I so sourcing. And I say I so sourcing, no, why am I not broso? And it's okay, so sourcing, no, a crime. Or see that be, and it's okay. So I buy my so sourcing contract to say in California, a choir organ in including wo ofri tumu ofri boko, including wo ukro mukwai. What is wrong? Because so sourcing is not a crime. I see, and then a scandal because Argentina big push project, you know, a buying through the ministry, you know, almost inhuman ama a companies be almost the so source about a 81 contract, you know, Nina is so source, and it's a so source, and I said saying, what is so sourced? One more shall be free bantama swame mensia and it important. Bibi ni bekwai so sourcing ni nyina ne sen yesi adwuma bi abeda ho adwuma na abeda ho no aban se adwuma we die emu odin sebi o metutu mani a Kevin Taylor and Sons Company omo no mo experience no omo no mo wa ho akade omo betuma adwuma no se ne adwuma we hu hia no sebi o eye pipe apai. Now say anya say adwuma we ntama insu a enyunugu no yanhwe ya Ghana Water Company will lose about 30,000 tons of water in 2 weeks. Even though your companies will be able to fix our pipe way, but your one company your companies omo ho kaka no e wosoro omo equipment no edoso omo betuma ye adwuma no tentem momra na monye ene the friend soul source aban etutu ne di no ka say wo woni medwuma bi hunim de yenim so betuma aye ne ntem esinipi ama sebi odwuma na wo ye no emfaso beba so a aban empese go through a process whereby at the end of the day no on enye sa ade afre no eye competitive bidding ni wie kura no na insu a pipe no enwure gu no na asabebo oman ne ka because pipe na pai na a supply communities 13 nsuo no sa ban ka say me twan afrefre companies omo nyina fix pipe samomra na me hwemo kratem na me hwe de obetuma ya aban ne yes ade ni wie 3 months no na nsuo a communities na hwere ene a car Ghana Water Company abono. It will be best for the government to look for some company that is better, well equipped to do the job. It be a agent Eti John Mahama buy no say woni bibi. Ya the Ghana for companies and ye be ye ekwan wo Ghana nyina. Eti ye be nyina say now ye be ye shovel any air wheelbarrow job. Ye the ebema companies are nim omo dada wo Ghana ye nim so omo de omo strength no wo soro. Omo equipment omo de omo ye bi ma ye hu pen omo betuma ye adwuma no. Enti some of the companies are Sebio John Mahama through the ministry edit so a big push no na your companies are Ghanaian companies are obia end to me and contest omo credibility any adwuma omaye. And John Mahama ban osunim the whole Ghana is going to be under construction and Yanko Fabroche company the Ghanaian companies anyway say adwuma no. Now the big push within a year 2 or 3 I will say to me move Ghana nyina ekodu level bi enti ya behwehwem companies say nim so ma adwuma da omo experience omo gina omo nanso no omo starting adwuma no. Simple as that.
So majority of the contractors selected for the big push are Ghanaian contractors because we believe that we must build the capacity of our own contractors. We believe in the performance and ingenuity of the Ghanaian contractor. And so several of our contractors have the same capacity as any foreign contractor. And so that is how we have selected them. There are few wheelbarrow contractors who have come to me. Oh, I hear they're distributing projects under the big push. I want one. I said, my friend, this is not for wheelbarrow contractors. You are my friend, but I won't give you because it's not for wheelbarrow contractors. And so we also have selected a few foreign contractors because before we came into office, some of the contractors had been given active contracts and the contracts had not been terminated. And so what we've done is, even though those projects were ongoing, we have repackaged them and added them to the big push so that we can continue them and finish them quickly.
That brought about the big push contracts. Now Aban is looking at companies more Ghana, more track record, more infidie, more be paying that Aban calls them. Oh, yeah, Ghana any company. Ya bese mo juma, kone juma we from here to her. Yeah. So the government decided to do that because Sanka government here and I just say Sanka obetra competitive bidding. It will take the government another 2 years to be able to settle on companies. But so far we have seen these companies working and we are seeing the quality of roads they are doing in Ghana. Now, sir, scandal way the so-called scandal no so now NDC by na companies are MPP among adwuma se omonye na omoso ye contractors omoye akwan wo Ghana na akwan no krampo no omonye sikanje no na about 21 companies omunyina no sole source na ekufo ade ne ba omi ade ma omo na Fourth Estate fake news ninti because they wanted to lie to Ghana for they are forcing for a scandal no. They basically added the 21 to NDC government contract or the marine and say no NDC ama 21 sole source contracts. No, even the previous administration contract or the companies bia na omo musika so omunye ana contract no afenis no aban we buy no or fresh companies na sole source contract no or the ma be kan we hu say moso no yanim mo ye Ghana for ekufo no ba omi adi muhwamo o ma musika moso mo mra na mo meto mo kwan so ni nyina ye sole source e no mo de be kan eye omo existing ones omo de e no mo yedwuma into scandal no efrihin. Where is the scandal? Now it's so interesting say this scandal we buy no ebe sinne omuntumi mention one fraudulent tina abanaye the omo kan say so source ne doso enti eno no eti aban. The question here is in a Ghana procurement act no so sourcing is not illegal and am dodo nsan kwan say enam no ode adoa bini dodo ya etwa nkwan ni mu a untumi ndi. It would even can't say so source na enti amra no because Ekufuado are abusing so source. Let me tell you, the MPP abused so source, and the funny thing is, after abusing the so source, no, they did not even give them the money to work. And now, Omekache say year of roads. 90% of contractor MPP demand a year of roads. And the roads were not done. So Sekufwado enya the opportunity to use source sourcing well, to make sure we profited from source sourcing. Now on Bawumia MPP Nkwasiafo, they could not, out of greed, foolishness, abusing. It does not mean a government that is ready to work will not use a legitimate mean, which is source sourcing. Nowhere in Ghana's politics or in Ghana's laws, and I can say source sourcing is a crime. The reason why now MPP time and no more power. Now, people like us and the NDC were criticizing the MPP about source sourcing was that they were abusing it. They were giving source sourcing out and they were not doing a job. That is why today we have what? We have Ghana and Big Pusher. You are seeing all the roads being constructed into scandal. Where is the scandal? They could not show you one documentary. HSA, wrote to say President Wieska, Obiako Buobi. All that they are saying is so sauce in the Dawson. Into Kwasia, we have a stable Ghana. And you know one interesting thing? MPP minority LGBT. Anything they see, they follow it. They are jobless. They are useless. They cannot think. Makacho say MPP, a limited liability company. It is a limited liability company filled with limited liability criminals. So why should anybody waste their time on this? There's no scandal here. There's nothing. Until somebody proves to me that source sourcing is criminal. They are saying, sir, this is a scandal because NDC criticized MPP when their office said the source sourcing, no, what did we get from it? This is value for money. But during the MPP time, there was no value for money because all the year of roads, as we speak, they cannot point to one road that they were able to construct. Then when you use source sourcing to give contracts and the contracts are not completed because you are not paying or you are misusing the money, then that becomes illegal. That becomes fraudulent. That becomes something we are not supposed to at the end of the support. But if somebody's going to give source sourcing and we every single day we are seeing the roads being constructed, why do you say that one is corruption? That one is a scandal. Where from this scandal? Scandal in free. And then I'm catching them say MPP4 when they come to power, they always use in tough one be. We so I tell it to say Azuri. He wants to prove himself to the accounts. He wants to prove himself to Asante 4 that me attending me person me chira say me de metuma aboamo we mo Jimmy. This guy is not any credible journalist in Ghana. There's nothing credible about this. Intimatum catch Ghana for scandal be any baby mama chow. Today the minister was in parliament and he made some statements very emphatic. Minister no. Now before the minister came to parliament to speak, MPP4, the minority caucus in parliament, the piglets, has raised alarm over the widespread abandonment of road projects nationwide, blaming the situation on delays in government payment to contractors. Mentil baby as a contractor be aba say abai de car. Share adebe mjina parliament here. Na uko tie o manu asem. Omo say omo problem. Adenti na abai ni dua contractors ka. Kwasi afo betina power 8 years. Mo ntumi po anya kwan baako. Contractor or Ghana or say abai will chalikano uncle can't chaban so onye jumani bi no uncle abai will find another contractor. If there's any contractor in Ghana who is saying say abai is cheating him or her and that they have done the job and government has not paid, they are not obliged. There's no rule to be a job by force. They should do the job. If you're a contractor in Ghana, that's how say abai car, go and tell the government you will not do the job again. They will pay your money and you walk. It is simple. The government is not going to beg any contractor. So far, all contractors on site are doing their job. And if you say you're a contractor, you are diligently doing your job. That's how buying your car. Come out. We will tell you to quit the job, take your money and walk. Now go and listen. Aquaway. Debiana me who oma truck capture man. I'm just say otebrofo. And I say onimnyansa. Your friend Kennedy or say usedeng. And the onwanga say ready or mangasa press statement. No. Not tampuli mujine chese hey edian kwasi ade de edian ho abadwani. Let's go listen to the MPP. Munko ti he brofo bia otutu brofo abasa.
To date, no official total project cost has been disclosed. Furthermore, the 2026 national budget contains no allocation for the project. And then about what appears to be a significant decline in government commitment to the railway development sector. In 2025, to date, no official total project cost has been disclosed. Furthermore, the 2026 national budget contains no allocation for the project, and there are no indicative cost projections for the period between 2027 to 2028. For a project of such national importance and scale, the absence of cost disclosure and budgetary planning raises serious concerns about fiscal transparency and implementation readiness. Ghanaians therefore deserve full transparency on this matter. Government must clearly state the total estimate cost of constructing the expressway, the expected compensation and resettlement costs for affected communities, and the overall financial implication for the state. Only with this information can we properly assess whether the proposed expressway will represent the most prudent and economically responsible infrastructure investment under the current fiscal circumstances. To date, no official total project cost has been disclosed. Furthermore, the 2026 national budget contains no allocation for the project, and there are no indicative cost projections for the period between 2027 to 2028. For a project of such national importance and scale, the absence of cost disclosure and budgetary planning raises serious concerns about fiscal transparency and implementation readiness. Ghanaians therefore deserve full transparency on this matter. Government must clearly state the total estimate cost of constructing the expressway, the expected compensation and resettlement costs for affected communities, and the overall financial implication for the state. Only with this information can we properly assess whether the proposed expressway will represent the most prudent and economically responsible infrastructure investment under the current.
And a TikTok husband and the we at this red row for MPO. Just go to two bro for Abasa and today na no sepen. Jimmy, Jimmy, the John Mahama from first day almost started project way before our power or say we will raise money internally to do the big push.